Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this live stream, we are going to be watching along with the semi, I almost said, but it is the quarterfinal at this stage. We are watching Argentina versus Ireland at this stage, and they are in a very close game. It looks like Argentina may be able to close out this one with a win, but it is 12-all at this stage, so it could go either way. I've said it at this stage many times already, but I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you are all excited for the rugby that we are going to get to see here into the game that we are commentating, which is South Africa taking on Australia, which should be a very exciting one. We have got there in the chat, Reed Nichols is here, and also Ollie Wilson in there as well. Moorcake, Damon, Ellie, and also Mark, and that was an opportunity for Argentina. They did not quite get it right, though. And now, still a minute 20 left in that game, and it is 12 also. Whoever wins that game will go through to the next stage, the semi-final, which has taken place. The first one is at 11:18 p.m. tonight here in New Zealand, but we have got this next semi-final on this next quarterfinal, I should say, between South Africa and Australia. And then the next one that we are covering there is Fiji versus Kenya as well. And I find with sevens, the team can be up by like 10 points, and then the other team then goes, takes over and wins as well. Yeah, sevens, very unpredictable game, that is for sure. Anything can happen at any moment on the field. Like we saw comebacks from about 21-0 down to win 26 points to 21. So it is going to be absolutely awesome. We have got there. Hey, Hamish, are you watching the Golden Point game between Ireland and Argentina? I am indeed, although my time still has 54 seconds left, so I assume maybe I am just that little bit behind, but it's going to be an exciting one to see who is able to get the win. And also we have got the, how's it going? Reed loves your videos as well, says Ollie there, and also Rugby Sunday tomorrow, yes, as well, says it, Reed, there is indeed, but now Ireland just a few metres out from their own line here with 30 seconds left. Also, by the way, Britain girls are incredibly attractive, just saying as well. Says Ada, hello, Hamish. Hope everyone's well as well. Says Sebastian, welcome into the live stream, mate. Hope you are excited for the quarterfinals. Anytime that these sides are going to be playing from now on, whoever loses does get knocked out, unfortunately. And good morning, all South Africa, all the way, who is starting in the South African team as well. I will get the lineup up for you, mate. And I do see that the Kings were able to beat the Lakers in the NBA. Anyone who does follow along with the NBA, but at this stage, it's going to be an interesting one for this match between South Africa and Australia. South Africa going through all of their matches undefeated. That was a little bit high there from the Argentine player. So 40 metres out from their own line here. Ireland are going to be trying to drive their way forward. South Africa versus Australia is even more unpredictable than last night's Fiji versus Australia. Yeah, it's very hard to try and predict who is going to be able to get the win in that one, because that's the thing. South Africa, they've got certainly enough potential to be able to win this one, but it's whether or not the side from Australia can really push them to the limit for a long time. And also we have got their high Amish as well, says David, welcome in, mate. And also, and they got the W against Canada. They don't get knocked out. There's the cup, the bowl final as well, says Aiden there. 30 seconds away from this match getting underway, apparently, but we are still going. So Grobler, also Davids in the starting lineup. Pretorius, other Davids, Selvin Davids, he's been phenomenal through the early stages of the competition. Also Brown, then it is the captain, Sawyers Wapi, and then Van Wyk will be actually starting this one, and that is due to the injury of Dan du Plessis. He is not going to be about for this one, unfortunately, due to that injury that he did pick up yesterday. Then in the starting lineup for Australia, Hutchinson, Roach, Patterson, Turner, Dowling, Meeks, and Maloof will be the starting lineup that they have gone with. Come on, Blissbock as well, sees Cameron, and also hey from Hamish there in the chat as well. Welcome in, mate. At the stage, Argentina versus Ireland, sitting 12 points to 12, 1 minute after the full-time siren. And it is still going to be continuing to go. What time's the Barbarians game? It is going to be 3:30 a.m. New Zealand time. I am going to be up watching that one. But yeah, it is definitely going to be a late night. And it looks like Ireland here, how are they going to be able to secure themselves a spot in the quarterfinal? They're trying hard, but they're still going to be on the side of Ireland. Little grubber of mine. Why did he kick it? Maybe should have just backed the pace. And now only a couple meters out. Argentina now are going to have a lot of pressure on them. We're just waiting for the game between South Africa and Australia to get underway. But it is certainly a huge amount of pressure there. It's good work, and it is going to be carried back. And I believe we're going to Golden Point now between these two sides. And now we will have to wait and see who will be able to get the win. So that means that all of the matches are probably delayed by just that little bit longer so that they can keep on going and keep on, I guess, keeping on with these matches that are taking place. But the one that we are going to be commentating is going to be South Africa when they take on Australia, which should be a very exciting game. And it could be quite a high-scoring one. I feel like it's either going to be high-scoring or it's going to be extremely close and maybe only split by a couple of points. But for now, this game 12-all between these two sides, it seems like Ireland and Argentina both fighting hard to get themselves into a position. Someone will win you as well, says Novum. And also we have got there Van Wyk is a great player, good sidestepper as well, says Peter. So that will be very important in this game up against Australia to to try and get it going. It's not Barbarians, it's the Wallabies versus Samoa as well, says Hamish, although, of course, a few Springboks in there and also quite a few Japanese players, which is pretty awesome to see that they have made their way into that side as well. They also got their Cricket 2022 yes as well, says Reid. And also the Barbarians are always used by national coaches to test their players. This side is no difference as well, says Mark there. And also, by the way, just saying Kenya will get the W over Fiji as well, says Aiden in my prediction. You heard it here first, everyone. And tell you what, if they were able to do so, that would be extremely impressive for Kenya. But they're a side that you can't underestimate. They are certainly always going to be in the hunt for those games. And it is going to be the next game that we are covering on the channel. We aren't doing the match that has taken place for the quarterfinal 3, which is going to be USA versus Great Britain, but we will be doing the game straight after that as well. We haven't got there not as many teams in this one, I guess, due to travel restrictions. Yeah, so now late January is when we are going to get to see the likes of New Zealand. Also, they will be splitting Great Britain back up into Scotland, Wales, England, etc. So that is why, yeah, it is going to be very exciting at the end of January when we do get to see it take place. Fiji will smash Kenya 33 points to 15 as well. There's Hamish there, but it is going to be Raval, the captain of Argentina. Although he was at the Olympics, he was the captain. I believe they've actually got Alvarez as the captain now, but it's going to be going to golden point in this one. So it's running a little bit over time. We are currently sitting around about 4 minutes or so after this game was going to be taking place between South Africa and Australia. But that is all right, as long as we get to see a very close game between these two sides. Hey, howdy, hey, as says Katie Dixon. Welcome in to the live stream. Also, will be nice seeing Manu Samoa playing again. Everyone was looking for them in the autumn series, time to make up for the absence as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, it was good to see that they have got a couple players scattered in there. The likes of Michael Alaalatoa, once again, coming off the bench, seems to be a preference that they have got, but it is going to be a very tough game for the Samoans, definitely with a few of the players that they have got out for that one. By the way, I decided not to bet today, to be honest. I am too scared about yesterday. I almost lost all the games as well, says Aiden. Yeah, that's the thing. Sevens is that tricky to be able to really get going. And also, we have got the hello, Les, hope you're well as well, says Sebastian there in the chat. And now it will be Revol putting this ball in. Currently, first score wins. Whoever can get themselves any form of points will win this game. And we are in the first half of extra time. And also, we have got the morning image from a freezing England as well, says Darren Smith. So welcome in, mate. And now it's a big scrum between those two sides. The front row's going up, though, and it is going to be now Argentina scrum feed once again. And also, we have got there, yo, what's up, Katie? How's your day been as well? Says Aiden there in the chat. But 4 minutes left in this first half of the extra time between Argentina and Ireland. I do apologize for anyone who is tuning in for the match between South Africa and Australia, but this match here between Argentina and Ireland has just run way over time and doing very well, brother, as well, says Katie Dixon there in the chat. But Raval once again going to be putting in the ball. Who can win this game between Argentina and Ireland? It's looking like it's going to be possibly decided now. It's a good bit of drawing pass. They've got the men on the outside, and Argentina going for the corner. He scores it. And Argentina will go through to the semi-finals now, and they will have to wait and see exactly who they will be facing, but they've done it. Argentina, it's the double blow of the whistle, and they have been able to win that one 17 points to 12. 20 years of age out on the wing, and he has just picked up his first try for Argentina, and a very important moment for him. And also, Joe sees Sebastian there and at the chat as well. I'll say, brother, hope you're doing well. Hope you do. Hope you're well too. And also, okay, Dixon, Sebastian, and Aiden there from David as well. But Argentina able to get that win over the Irish, so 17 points to 12 in the end. But now we have that big question of who is going to be joining them in the semi-finals. They are extremely excited at the moment, Argentina. They have got themselves at least fourth place in this, and they just keep on performing in these competitions. They didn't take part in the ones that did take place in Canada. And I'll say, hey, brother, how you do as well, from Katie Dixon there. But now the handshakes are happening, and then Argentina, they are going through, and it is going to be South Africa versus Australia now that we will get to decide who's going through as well. We have got the South African flags from Peter, and also we all missed you yesterday. You had an early night. Yeah, thanks, Katie. I'm doing pretty well. What's up, David? How's things been as well, says David. But now at this stage, they are showing that the bronze medal final for the men's, it is going to be taking place in a short moment. And that game is going to be at, I believe that's about 2 a.m., but we won't be covering that one due to the fact that we have got the game between Manu Samoa and also the Barbarians. That's going to be a very good game. But now Australia and South Africa, they're making their way out onto the field, which means now it is time for one of these sides to qualify for the semi-finals as well. Will South Africa finally be able to beat Australia in a sporting match this year? They haven't been able to in the rugby or cricket so far as well, says Mark. It's a good question. They are the favourites going into this game. They have got the potential. Soyas Wapi, he will be hoping that his side can really get going here. They have got Van Fleek out there on the field, and that is due to the injury of Duplessis, which was a big shame because we did see him actually taken off the field on a stretcher yesterday. So I do hope he's all right, but it looked like maybe he broke his ankle or something along those lines. I'm picking South Africa for this one as well, and yeah, I fell asleep at the booze woozies, as says Katie Dixon there. And now they are showing a few other players who are out on the field at the moment for Australia. I believe that is Hutchinson. He's been doing pretty well so far throughout the matches. But then they have got a referee. He has only refereed 4 sevens fixtures, so this is going to be a lot of pressure on the youngster, but he'll be looking forward to it. And hopefully we have got a very good game on our hands here. They are showing Turner. They're also showing that man, Sullivan Davids. He's been phenomenal for South Africa. And we all do that for today, but it's good to see you back and fresh as well. There's Aiden there. It is going to be kicked off there by Roach. And this game of the semi-final is going to be underway. And now it chose the worst time to decide to freeze. Right when he kicked that one off by the looks of it. But it is now going to be back and we are ready to go. So South Africa, they are the favourites going into this game. And it is going to be important for them to get the win. But Roach kicking off this one from left to right here. And we are going to be underway for this fixture. Soyas Wapi taking it nicely there. And now trying to break through a couple tackles of the Australians, running it straight sideways. He's got the pace as well. And now it's opening up on the outside. Nicely taken there by Selwyn Davids. Little grubber of mind. It's going to be sitting up for him. Kicks it forward once again here, Davids. This is phenomenal from the number 8. And he is going to be, he missed the ball. He missed the ball. He had done all the hard work, Selwyn Davids, but now a metre out from the line. Just wasn't able to pick it up, and now Meeks has got this ball for the Australian. Soyas Wapi getting straight on it this time, ripping the ball away clean, and now it's a counter-attack here for South Africa. Pretorius backing himself, scores a try there, and it is a quick try. At this stage, is Duplessis injured as well, says Brian Dragon. He is, unfortunately. He did end up with a little bit of an injury last night when he was playing the final match before the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, did end up with an ankle injury. I believe he fell awkwardly, and he actually had to be stretchered off the field. So because of that, I don't believe he is going to be playing today, but Selwyn Davids, he did all the hard work, getting a metre short of the line after doing a couple grubbers forward. And now, still is going to be the try, and it was in the end the man in number 6 jersey, Pretorius, who was able to score it. So now South Africa leading this one 7-0. So no George Knight as well, says Ali Hills. Not tonight, unfortunately. He has gone to the pub, so it does mean that we are going to be missing him for this one. We have got their try of the day and high as well, says Michelle as well. Welcome in to the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in to these live streams, and that is going to be a very good drop kick from the touchline, and it's gone straight down the middle. So now 5.5 minutes left in this first half, and South Africa take themselves a nice 7-0 lead as well. LE will probably join us later, as says Aiden. It will depend on what time he finishes his pubbing, I guess you could say, because I don't think he will be keen for the Manu Samoa versus Barbarians game, but if he was, I feel like that would be a very exciting middle of the night game for ourselves. Now Hutchinson looking to the short side, wrestled down by his opposite number, Grobalalo. Still available here for the Australia 7 side. They are currently down by 7, and they want to change that very quickly. It is going to be a good bit of a step there from it was the number 8, and he has certainly got a bit of pace. Selwyn Davids going to be cutting him off. He's been able to wrestle him down to the ground there. 20 metres out at the moment here for Australia. Hutchinson goes back to Meeks now. On the outside, Roach rushed the fence from Soyas Wapi, just flings it wide, getting it as wide as he can. And now it's a good run there from Patterson. He is dragged down, and it's a penalty there to South Africa off his feet there from Meeks, I believe it was, to give away the penalty. We have let's get there. My dear friend is here as well, and George has deserted us as well. And how dare he choose the pub over us? And how's Amish West New Zealand as well? Says Sharp Brain, I believe them and also Samoa are another team that did end up with restrictions, stop them from being able to go over. But January is when we are going to get to see it. No New Zealand team in the 7s as well, says Sharp Brain. But yeah, I think it is down to restrictions. So we are going to get to see them also South Africa, or sorry, not South Africa, Samoa. And then we have also got the return of England, Wales, and also just pretty much all of the UK teams, which is going to be pretty awesome to see in the future. But they are just showing there. Patterson did end up with a decent carry, but then given away the penalty on the ground or in the breakdown as well. And they didn't travel to Dubai, but they will play in the series as well. Sebastian is going to be stolen by Meeks there at line out time. And now Pretoria straight on the ball. No, not quite able to get it. Now firing it back. Turner gives it off to Roach. Going to be back in his space. He is going to be dragged down nicely, though, by the man who has only just made his way out onto the field. That is due to the injury of Duplessis in the last match. Now it's going to be Dowling once again, firing it back across field. Patterson with a good step, but wrestled down by the strong defence of Davids, and it's going to be very tough for the Australians to break the line of the South African side, because they do not miss many tackles at all. And also in the breakdown, they are very lethal at being able to rip it away. And that is a little bit of a loose ball there. But now Dowling's got it back for the Australians, running onto it nicely. It is going to be Turner with the step on the inside. Double step. But Krobela able to drag him down. Not really going anywhere too quickly at the moment. 3 minutes left in this first half here for Australia. Nice ball on the inside. And once again, it will be Dowling getting the carry. They have been told to release him once again, the South Africans, but they have not really marched their way forward too far here. Australia now. Turner's getting to go forward on the outside to Patterson. With a rock in the mustache for this match. Wrestled down by Selvin Davids. Tries to get straight on the ball. It's another penalty for flopping over, and Turner is contesting, or he is protesting, I should say, as well. And I'm live this game as well. And also we have got their Blitzbox will win this. Obviously win this as well. I love New Zealand women's sevens. They are amazing as well, and Russia will win it. On the women's side, they keep impressing me as well. Yeah, they've been playing very well, Russia. And I think, like, that's the thing. The Spanish team, for me, have been pretty good for the men's, even though they aren't through to the later stages. Also, Canada have been playing pretty well overall, and Russian women are looking very good as well. See Sharp right there. But once again, Turner just leaving the feet there. And because of it, he was penalised. And now it does mean that South Africa, 35 metres out from the line, we have to wait and see whether or not they can get themselves maybe the line out when the air, because they did have a little bit of a problem with the line out just for that last one. But now it is going to be Meeks making his way off the field. So already making a couple changes. It is certainly hot there in Dubai. Yesterday reaching around that 30 degrees Celsius. Today probably reaching about that as well. The sun is blaring at the moment for these teams. But now it is going to be thrown in here for South Africa. We have got there. I'm very busy. I'm going to do live for this game as well. Says it was Brandon there. Now it's going to be going back. This is looking good here for South Africa. Beautiful wide up, cut out pass, and Suyaswapi. He's going to score it. He's got plenty of pace, and he scores the second try of the match there for the blitz box. And now they are going to be sitting 12-0 up over the Australians. They've had more of the possession I should say they've had less of the possession, but they've made the most of the opportunities when they do get them. Australia, they were just in the midfield, not able to break through, and then one wide cutout pass. Suyaswapi, the captain of South Africa, he gets it, looks at the corner and says, this one's mine, boys. And also we have got their Black Caps 210 for 2. As well, says Novan, so not too bad. The South African team is young and they will improve as well, says Peter. Exactly right. And I'm looking forward to the idea of seeing them take on Fiji in the final. I feel like that's the matchup straight away that everyone wanted to see for these two sides, because at the end of the day, that's not a good drop kick, unfortunately, for them. But the score is going to remain 12-0 for South Africa over Australia. But yeah, the big match that everyone wanted to see is the team that is going to be the defending champs of Canada, when we did get to see 2 rounds, South Africa winning both of them. And then the other match that we are going to get to see possibly is involving, or the other side of that equation, I should say, is going to be the finalists, Fiji, the gold medalists from the Olympics. Could happen, but we have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. Argentina seem like they are a side that want to have something to say about that, but it's going to be taken nicely there for Australia, just outside of their own 22 now, but they need to find a way through. Malouf with a good carry forward, all wrestled down to the ground very hard, and it is going to be a penalty for not rolling away. And now taking the quick tap here was the first sub that they have decided to make, and it was actually Jensen who's made his way out onto the field. Now the Fijians on the touchline warming up. They are playing Kenya in only around half an hour's time. We are going to be covering that one on the channel as well. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now it is going to be out there backline once again. Malouf now stepping through, driving hard, but it seems like South Africa still just have that pace advantage. David's trying to get straight on the ball, not quite able to. Now looking to the short side, drawing pass now. Hutchinson, he's got the pace this time, and that is going to be the try there for Hutchinson. Charges in and tries to make it a little bit of an easier kick. And is there a Barbarian 17? Not that I know of. I don't believe I have seen them play if they are, but who knows? Maybe there is. Not that I know of, although I haven't been following sevens that long. This is the second sevens tournament that I have ever watched. Kenya will win by 5 or less as well, says Aiden there. And also we have got there. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Long day / night of rugby ahead as well, says Sebastian there. Yeah, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also be sure to check out the Discord if you do want to check out all things rugby that we do talk about. But now Australia, it's an important drop kick here, and they will need to get it over. I did award him the points, but it's actually going to be a pretty tough drop kick for him. And he has missed that one. So now the score at halftime, it is going to be 5 points to Australia and 12 to South Africa. So it's looking like it could be a very close one, going down to the wire perhaps in this game. If they can get themselves one more try before we get to the end of this one, we have got there. What time is Samoa versus Barbarians, mate? Are you going to commentate? I am indeed. It is going to be 3:30 a.m. New Zealand time. And no, there is not a Barbarian 7th team as well. And link as well, says Hamish. It is on the World Rugby YouTube channel for if you do want to watch these games live. I believe they are doing day 2 like they did for day 1. which is pretty awesome that they have been carrying that over. And it is the fact that you can watch these games for free, no matter where you are in the world. Other than New Zealand, we aren't allowed to watch them here because we have got Sky. And so, and also we have got the hello, Katie. Is that George sleeping emoji as well? Says Katie Dixon. Says it was Aiden there for the Hamish, the George, the Billy, and the Kieran as well. And yeah, he is certainly. The Discord link as well. Says Hamish Spencer. Oh, that is a good question. I believe, if I'm not wrong, we have got ourselves. Sebastian, do you know what the link for the Discord is? I'm not actually too sure how to post the link for the Discord, but I know that Sebastian is very good. George screaming as well. Says Katie Dixon there, but they are interviewing the Argentine player who was able to help his side get the win there up against Ireland. Kiwi lads for me, Avish as well. Says David there in the chat as well. But yeah, that's going to be exciting to see how it goes for the later stage of this game because we have still got another 7 minutes. So it's going to be interesting because Australia are a side that have got the potential to finish well. They have got a couple good players off the bench as well. Marius Longbottom, just to name one. And also it is going to be Vasai Keiki. I can't really pronounce his name, but he's certainly a good player. That is showing. Also, we have got the, this won't go down to the wide blitz box. Will win convincingly as well. Says Sharp Brandon. Also, we have got there Sebastian as the link master as well. Says Katie Dixon, he is indeed. But now we are in very hot conditions. And you would say at the moment it is a shame because South Africa, we were going to get to see a few games of the URC taking place in South Africa. They've all been postponed for the next few weeks at least. So that means that we aren't going to get to see those ones take place like we were originally going to. But now Australia, Maloof, what can he do in this one? South Africa, they are favourites to win this game, but Australia have got the potential of it being able to cause an upset. So we will have to wait and see how it does go. But Sawyers Wapi, the captain of the blitz box, been in a final very recently. They've still got the semi-final to go, though, before they get to take on that kind of, I was going to say the gold medal, but it is going to be a very important one for both of these sides to be able to get the win here. And I believe they get to move on and face Argentina, but I could be wrong there. Blitzbox should win, but the Aussies shouldn't be brushed so easily as well, says Brian Dragon. Exactly right. They are a fighting side, Australia. And if they can score a try right at the start of the second half, perhaps could just make it that little bit closer. But Selwyn Davids now going to be kicking off this one for the second half, getting it underway. Got good height on that kickoff, and it might be available for them to retain. No, instead it's going to be bouncing up awkwardly. Don't believe, it did hit the hand, did it? And there's a knock on from the Australian. It was the number 13 who wasn't quite able to hang on to it, Stewart. And now because of it, South Africa in a good position on the field to get themselves a scrum going and at the early stages. But he tried to line it up. It was hit backwards very nicely by Australia, but then just bouncing up off the hands of Stewart. The bobbling ball was not benefiting him very much there. But 6 minutes 30 left of the second half. There is still plenty of time. As we know in sevens, you can score a lot of tries in a hurry. And we saw actually Argentina, they were able to get themselves 2 tries straight away. And that was in that game up against Ireland. But then Ireland fought back in that one. But now it's going to be Selvin Davids. They have got a one-on-one opening up here on the outside. It's a bit of a step down. Van Wyk around the outside. Plenty of pace. I think his foot was in touch, was it? The flag is up, just not quite able to score it in the corner. Great defense from Roach and go blitz box as well. And Hamish, you're a legend. Thanks for the commentary as well. Says Russell, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in to this live stream. Roach had to work extremely hard to knock him into touch, and he just did enough to be able to stop the dangerous man and the number 13 jersey, Van Wyk, from being able to get over the line. But now it is going to be an important throw for Turney. Did have a couple ones that weren't too straight in that game up against Fiji. The frustration was on his face. Ushush as well. Says Johnny Blaze, welcome into the live stream. Also, as the Zappy pen retired or been retired as well. It's going to be stolen there by South Africa, but it's going to be taken nicely by Turner. Or is it going to be called as a knock on? So now South Africa once again going to have this one. But yeah, the Zappy pen, I'm not too sure where it's ended up. I did have it yesterday or the day before because I was riding with it. But now I don't know whether or not I dropped it and it's like completely disappeared off the face of the earth, or whether it's hiding somewhere else as well. And also we have got there in the chat, hit the like button, guys, as well, says Russell, you're the man. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are going to be back for the next semi-final that we are covering on the channel is Fiji versus Kenya. Should be a very exciting game as well, and Johnny, good vibes as well. And also, hey, howdy, hey, brother. How you do to Johnny Blaze, CC Dixon, and oh God, that's no good. That's not a good thing to lose as well. Says Katie Dixon, yeah, I hope I don't accidentally stand on it, but now Selvin Davids pass it back, and it is going to be Selvin Davids. Wide cut out pass there, flat one, and it's Sawyers Wapi who scores the try now for the Springboks, or the Blitzboks, I should say, not a single All Black in the Barbarian team, mate. What's happening with Dubai Rugby as well? Says Shark Brain, I don't know whether or not it was down to the All Blacks kind of side of it, or whether they did all just decide, because that's the thing. They could have just said, nah, we're not going to be playing in the Barbarians because we want to all kind of travel home together. So it could be that maybe they decided that they weren't going to have any of the players, because I know that a lot of the guys who have got URC teams pretty much either they would have, if they got a chance to join the Barbarians, they probably ended up saying no, which is why we've got so many Australians in there as well. As you haven't seen them around in a long time as well, says Aiden. And yeah, at this stage, it is going to be, he's around. He doesn't normally show his face too much on the live streams anymore, which is kind of interesting. He jumps up sometimes, but not too often at all. But we have got the great thanks from this. Went for a swim at the waterfall today. Relax with cones now, as says Johnny Lays. And also we have got their Blitzbox sound better right now, but the score doesn't show that as well, says Brian Dragon. And also we have got there someone going to find the Zap pen with their bare foot in the dark and then poop themselves as well, says Katie Dixon. Looking forward to Fiji, Kenya. Yeah, it's going to be a physical game between those two sides. Selvin Davids, sorry, it's actually Dupre gets that one now. It's going to be the nice run from South Africa. And now they've got the drawing pass, and Selvin Davids does score the try. And now that could be them going through to the semi-final now of these sevens. And it was a very nice try there for Selvin Davids. We all had him to the try scorers list. Sitting on 22. We go like that. Yeah, we go. We have got the in the chat as well. ABs don't deserve to be barbers or be playing barbers as well. No drinking for them. They need to do their homework as well, says Johnny Blaze. And also we have got their cold San Miguel's under the coconut trees. Just made a missing a meat pie, says Aaron. Welcome into the live stream. And also I would at least put Artie Savia in the barbers as well, says Sharp Brain. But yeah, they have got quite a few Australians, quite a few Japan players as well. And who will win this tournament, says Brian Dragon? I think it is going to be the final, Fiji versus South Africa. And I think that is the one that a lot of people want to see, due to the fact that South Africa, they won the two in Canada, but Fiji weren't in that competition. Fiji, they won it at the Olympics. South Africa, they didn't really perform in that one, but now they seem like they're finding themselves some good form in this competition. So now it is going to be pretty awesome. It sounds like South Africa will never lose as well, says Aiden there as well. But yeah, it is going to be exciting. 2 minutes 20 left in the semi-final, or sorry, quarterfinal, and Australia need to find their way over the try line. And this could be a good opportunity here. Going to be wrestled down to the ground. There was the number 12 still available for them, and it is going to be a loose ball bouncing up. Not too clean at the moment for Australia. They're trying to get the drawing pass going. Now there's a bit of pace opening up here. Nice ball on the inside, and it will be Turner now trying to step through the defense of South Africa, but that is something they've done extremely well throughout this game. It's just keep on defending and not letting the gaps open up. Sawyer's Wapi now trying to stop the man down the wing. It was Tool who wasn't nailed there by Sullivan Davids. Still available, Turner. Using the back line once again here. Jensen gets the carry, finds the offload as well to Patterson. At the moment, the Springboks, or the Blitzboks, sorry, they are just all over them. It's a penalty there. And now Australia going to be taking the quick tap, going quickly as well. Trying to get the step going. Oh, breaking the tackle there. It is going to be two, and now breaking the line. Finds the offload as well on the outside, and it's going to be Roach now. He's got the man with him on the inside. Oh, it's been dropped though by Australia, and when your luck is not in, it is not in, and that is going to be now the knock on and the scrum feed for Australia, or sorry, for South Africa. We have also got their Blitzbox on fire. Sorry, oh, shame as well, says Sharp. And also we have got their, who do you think will win in that final as well, says Brian Dragon. It's a tough one. I believe South Africa have a better record in Dubai, if I'm not wrong, but then saying that Fiji, like, yes, they've got a lot of young players. They've got 11 debuts out of the 13 players that they've got in their squad, but it seems to be that they've gelled very early on. And if they can find that offload game, that is exactly what they're going to have to do up against South Africa in the final if they make it through. That is, and also we have got their, what did they used to call the AB Sevens team? I can't remember, but they had a nickname as well, says Sharpbrain. Was it the All Black Sevens team, Sharpbrain? Not too sure. And if Kenya win, you think it will be South Africa versus Kenya final as well, says Aiden. Could be, although it depends, because I think if Argentina end up playing Kenya, or I believe Kenya might be playing either USA or Great Britain as well, perhaps, unless they're on the same side of the draw. If they're on the same side of the draw, that would be a big match, South Africa versus Kenya, the final of the first Canadian Sevens leg. That would be interesting if we did get to see a Blitzbox. Always give Kenya a hiding as well, see Sharp Brain as well there. And also we've got the AB7 team, Eagles Fijian squad as well. Says Johnny Blazer. Now it is going to be put in once again. 35 seconds left in this first match of the quarterfinals that we are covering on the channel. There was already a match for Argentina. That's going to be kicked downfield here for the Blitzbox. Nicely taken, and he's going to be stepping on the outside. Sawyer's Wapi wrestles him down, though, and that is great pressure from the Springboks captain, or the Blitzbox captain. I keep on doing it. They are the Springboks 7 side as well. Sawyer's Wapi takes a quick tap. Now going back, Sullivan Davids breaking the line. Nice offload there. Going straight through Pretorius. This could be the match winner indeed. And they are going to be scoring it as well. And Pretorius scores it. And that is going to be the game right on the full-time siren as well. and they have been able to score their final try of the match. So that will mean that they close this one out 29 points to 5 over the Australians. And what is a very, very impressive performance from them. And yeah, the AB7 team, don't they have a nickname as well? Says Sharpbrain. Not that I know of that I can think of off the top of my head. Next match, USA versus UK, Great Britain as well, says Sabari there. And also the South African flags from Peter Miller. So the next one that we are going to be covering on the channel will be that match between, it is going to be Kenya versus Fiji, because they are running just a little bit behind time in terms of the start times of these matches, which is why we might be starting that one just a couple minutes late, but that is all right. We have also got the any info on the Bok injured yesterday as well, says Russell. I know that it was Duplessis, but I haven't heard whether or not there is anything that has happened in terms of an injury update. I know that it looked pretty serious and maybe a broken ankle or something along those lines. They did strap up his leg, and he also was stretched off the field as well. We have got Freddie there with the South African flags and the chat. A very happy man and convincing one from the Blitzbox as well. See Sharp right there. And it is the women's final today as well, says Aiden. It is indeed. I believe the women's final is at 3:56 a.m. That's when that one has taken place. And then the men's final, 4:26 a.m. and USA versus UK as well. And at the chat there, and also go easy on us, UK, says Katie Dixon. And also we have got there Tosavetti in the chat from God First there. And also that's a nickname, mate, maybe Silver Ferns, but unlikely as well, says Sebastian. And yeah, this stage, it does mean that it is going to be Argentina versus South Africa as the first semi-final fixture. That's going to be an exciting one. That's going to be a tough one as well. Now, anyone who remembers the Tokyo Olympics, you will remember that Argentina were able to knock the South Africans out of that competition, so they will not be too happy with that. And Fiji will beat Kenya as well, says Sharpbrain there. But the next match that is taking place is UK versus USA. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be back for the next match that is taking place between, it will be not this one between USA and UK, but we will be doing the game between Fiji and Kenya. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all in about 20 minutes time for our next live stream that we will be doing. But take care and